Okay, so this is an unboxing of a clone Super Nintendo that I've just bought from Aliexpress. I'll put a link in the description. There's a few different sellers on Aliexpress selling this. They're all in UK pounds. They all worked out to about £60 including delivery, maybe slightly more. This was just under. This was the cheapest one I could find on there at the time. Now it's come to me not double boxed, so the box is just wrapped in reasonably well, I would say, in plastic, as you can see there, and a layer of bubble wrap around the item box. Right, let's get this stuff off. Okay. Super HD SFC game, compatible with NES and Game Boy Color and Sega games. I didn't know about the Game Boy Color. It's very interesting. I wonder if that means there's Game Boy Color games on this cartridge that comes with it, or it's compatible with some kind of adapter. But as you can see here, it is HDMI. That's one of the main reasons I got it. And this will free up, if it's any good that is, I'll use it maybe all the time for my SNES games. And it will free up one of my SCART sockets on my SCART switcher box, which is great, but given the choice, I'd rather not have to use SCART at all. HDMI will look much better on the TV I'm currently using for most of my gaming. So it comes with a cartridge which I believe is mostly NES games, or actually all NES games, so nothing too exciting there really. I mean, I wouldn't really mind if that didn't come at all. Now it does come with two wireless pads. D-pad feels a bit soft. Don't know. Buttons quite soft as well, but doesn't feel too bad. Of course I won't know until I actually play, which I'm not going to be doing right now. This is just unboxing at the moment. So we get two of those, which is great. Player 1, Player 2, battery powered. We get one wired controller, which is SNES style plug, so that should work on a real SNES, and the real SNES pad should work in this. And what else do we get here? HDMI cable, and we've got the USB power supply there with your American style plug there, but I mean it doesn't matter, I've got 100 things I can use for this. But I was wondering if they would send a UK adapter for this, which they often do when you buy things from Aliexpress. Not on this occasion. USB, just a standard USB cable there, which could be used. That is the power cable that goes into this, or you could plug this into the back of the TV or what have you. And a composite cable. Hold on a second. Because this does have composite out, I believe, and HDMI, so there's a cheap composite cable. So here is the SNES itself. Now, there are some other reviews on YouTube of this. I'm not going to compare it exactly, but it is very close to a real SNES. Feels not super light, but slightly lighter than a real SNES, I would say. But it feels okay, and it does it. The plastic nice and hard. There's no flex there, no flimsiness there at all. And instructions in Chinese. With some English. I don't presume I'm going to need to look at those. You just put the games in and turn it on. So, eject button, if you can see there, but it actually does have an eject function which works. It feels much lighter than a real SNES eject button. So I'll be careful when using it. I'll probably be more compelled to just pull the cartridges out or assist by pulling at the same time as pressing this, because who knows how long something like that's going to last. It does feel a bit flimsier than a real eject button. Nice clicky reset button there, that feels alright. And that feels alright as well, on off. Now you'll see the cartridge slot is widened for the US sized, so this will play all region cartridges, PAL, Japanese and American. There's a HDMI, here's the composite out, and you've got PAL NTSC switch there, and a 4x3 or 16x9 switch there, and there's your USB style power input. Model number C-52B. So yeah, I got this because, well, it was cheap. Well, it wasn't super cheap, but it was cheap for what it is if it's good. And I've got no idea really what I'm going to think of it until I've tried it, which I haven't done yet, but I will be following this video up with my thoughts about it after I've tested it out. So yeah, as I said, I'll put a link in the description for some people that are selling this on Aliexpress. Now this is a clone of SNES hardware. It's not emulator, and that's the whole reason I got it. Everything can emulate everything these days. When it comes to 16-bit, you could probably emulate a SNES on your washing machine, so emulation just doesn't interest me anymore. It did a few years ago, but it's all played out now, really, isn't it? For these older machines, I mean, the only real exciting emulation is what they're doing for newer machines. So this is all about really having an authentic hardware experience that will work on my HD TV. Two big questions are going to be: what's the performance like? Is it going to lag? Is it going to feel like a real SNES? Is it going to sound good? And is it going to look good on my HDMI TV, or is it going to work at all on my HDMI TV? That's a few questions there, isn't it? So yeah, I will put some more information in the description, and you will hear from me again after I've had a go on it. Thank you very much.